What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday to all my friends here in beautiful Panama. And of course, to all of our new friends, our newbies around the world that are checking out Panama right now, thinking about what the heck, where am I going to go? Because, I'm not big into U.S. politics. Kind of one of the reasons I left the United States in the first place 9 years ago. Actually, this month will be 9 years since I've been living in Panama. But I got to say, holy heck, gosh darn it. I am so happy to be living in Panama during these crazy times. I mean, it's incredible to all the people. I have to say thank you, actually. I want to thank, first off, everyone that tunes into the show on a weekly basis. I really appreciate you. For everyone that shares these videos, man, I really appreciate you as well. All the love and support. I enjoy helping people move down to Panama. It's definitely a reward to help a lot of people. And I just want to thank anyone that shares this video. I appreciate, again, your support. And I want to thank everyone that's reached out to me. Just in the last 24 hours, I've had seven people have reached out to me. I got a call from yesterday from Miami, from a couple. And I'm really excited, and I'm grateful for all the confidence that people are out there having, whether they're seeing the show, they're checking out dopanama.com, which hosts, not only this show, but it hosts our newspaper and our magazine. So, after the show, if you're looking for more information on Panama, this is a great website to go to, dopanama.com. You can check out everything. You can find out more information about our relocation program. So yeah, again, thank you so much, everyone that contacted me this week. I love to see everyone moving down here. Unfortunately, I wish it was for better reasons. I see the craziness going on in the U.S. I feel for everyone. It's a very crazy times for sure. Now, guys, I have big guests coming on the show today. I am super excited. I'm a little nervous, I got celebrities coming on the show now. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Vuytowecz Blues and Jazz Festival, but this is a festival that goes on every year in Vuytowecz, typically, outside of these COVID crazy times we're in right now. And one of my favorite groups, and when I first started getting involved with the Jazz Festival, being a sponsor with our newspaper, Panama Good Times, I was able to get up there for the festival. I think it was 4 years ago. And one of my favorite groups, I got a gentleman, a member of the band, on the show today. I'm not gonna say his name yet because it's a big surprise. I'm super excited. So you're gonna want to check that out. And then right after that, of course, we have our resident sponsor, Michael Vuytowecz with Inside Panama. We typically talk about what's going on in the market, what we're seeing, but today we're gonna talk with Mike and get a little bit more info about him and what makes him so valuable, as someone to be in contact with when you're looking at moving down here to Panama. Remember, guys, if you want to get a free relocation ebook from Inside Panama Real Estate, they just finished their updated version of that. You can get it for free. All you got to do is email free ebook at ipreinfo.com. Get yourself that free ebook. Now, if you're interested in moving to Panama, you have no idea what Panama's about, guys, we have a 23 question, where should I live in Panama questionnaire. I do that for free. It's a great, fun way to kind of get an idea, and it helps myself and my team to understand who you are and really what type of lifestyle you're looking for down here in beautiful tropical Panama. So if you want to get that, again, or any other information from this show, or you just want to touch base and ask questions, you can DM me on any of these Facebook channels. We're running live on 7 different channels across Facebook and YouTube right now. So if you want more information on anything, please email me, austin@dopanama.com. Again, we can send you that 23 question questionnaire, where should I live? And of course, get more information on our Do Panama relocation program, because as much as I love putting out the magazine and the newspaper, the whole reason I do that in the first place, because I love helping people connect. Whether you're a local Panamanian or you're an expat living here in Panama, or you're someone looking to live here in Panama, it's a great way to find out more information. And again, to read any of those publications, you can find them all at dopanama.com. And yeah, guys, again, I'm super excited about our guest today. So we're going to play a quick intro. And when we come back, we are going to have this fine gentleman, one of the most excellent musicians I've ever heard, and him and his band. I mean, guys, we're going to play a little clip too. I found a clip from YouTube today. I got it programmed in the show. So we're going to show you why I like these guys so much and why so many other people like these guys as much as I do. So let's watch a quick intro about Do Panama and our beautiful city here, and we'll be right back with our first guest today. Gotta love that tune. All right, guys, we're bringing on again Brandon David, guitarist with Grammy nominee Dwayne Dopsie and the Zydeco Hellraisers, and owner and recording engineer of FatTone Studio LLC. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Brandon David. Brandon, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Oh man, well, living the dream, just enjoying a little swim this morning with my son, a little conversation with the French neighbors. I love how diverse the community is around here in these parts of Panama. So, man, it's an honor to have you on the show. Guys, as I mentioned, Brandon David is the guitarist with Grammy nominee Dwayne Dopsie and the Zydeco Hellraisers. Am I saying that right?
Right, yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I want to get into why you love Panama, what brought you to Panama. But, first, let's talk a little bit about your background. Now, tell me, where are you from and how did you get into the music career?
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I was born and raised here. Spent most of my life here and started playing guitar at the age of 11. I went to college and other stuff, but I had so much passion for the music that I just took that direction, and kept with it. I played on Bourbon Street for a number of years and traveled with a bunch of other bands. And then in 2014, I started playing with Dwayne. And we've had so much success. We travel around the world. We got a Grammy nomination in 2018. And it was cool because each one of us got our separate nominations. So I got that here. Grammy nomination.
Very cool.
Keep hanging up. But no, I'm just lately, we haven't been playing much because of the pandemic. Like this month, we've only got 4 shows, and next month, 4 shows. So it's all right, but I've been doing a lot of studio stuff in my studio. I got a guy coming next week that it'll take us about a week to finish his album. So it's been rolling pretty nice, Dwayne was here this morning doing some recording on his album, and he's going to come back in about an hour. But yeah, man, from Louisiana. I love it here. But
So tell me this. Obviously, you guys come to the Blues and Jazz Festival in Boquete. That's how I met you guys. I saw you guys. Now, what's the difference between blues and Zydeco?
Okay. Zydeco is blues played on the accordion. And there's a difference between the Louisiana Cajun music than Zydeco. Zydeco is more from Creole background. And it's basically high beat blues with accordion and a little bit more upbeat than your normal blues stuff. So, I was a blues guitar player for many, many years before I even started with Dwayne. So it gave me the opportunity to do that with him, you know, because I love the blues, and all of his stuff is pretty much blues with accordion on it, you know, and I love it. You know, I've ever since I started with him, I've had a lot of fun traveling with him. We go to Panama every year to the Boquete Blues Festival, which is great. Uh, it's one of the nicest places in the world that I've ever been. So I love it there, and every time that we go, I'm so excited to go. You know,
Of
but it's
course.
great. It's great.
So, you know, for all of our viewers out there that never heard of Zydeco, because I never heard of Zydeco until I seen these guys jump up on the stage at the garden party. And the garden party is basically a day right before the real festival starts. And these guys just blew the fans. Everybody there was just blown away. It was the talk of the town. So I went on YouTube today. I found a little clip from you guys. I'm going to play that real quick. I want people to get an idea about Dwayne Dopsie in the Zydeco Hellraisers, guys. Take a quick look at this short film. Gives you a good idea of what to expect when you go and check out some Zydeco.
Let's go now. What you know about the Who That? Everybody, grab your umbrellas. When the saints keep marching in, moving up and down the field, let's get all in that number. Making touchdown, there's the deal. Let's just keep on marching in all season long. Let's keep on marching in and stay strong and bring it home. March on and stay strong. March on all season long. Come on, Saints band. We gotta keep on marching on. Come on now. Here we go. March on and bring it home. March on to the Superdome. Come on, Saints band. Let's just keep on marching on. Come on, Shaq. Here we go. When you keep the faith and stay strong, you know the sins can't do no wrong. Come on, Saints fans. Let's just keep on marching on. March on and stay strong. March on all season long. Come on, Saints fans. Let's just keep on marching on. March on, I'll bring it home. March on to the Superdome. Come on, Saints fans. Let's just keep on marching on.
All right. So, guys, everyone out there, that's Zydeco. And that's like the best Zydeco I've ever heard, man. That is such cool music. And if you ever get the experience to hear these guys live, it's a treat. It is a treat. Now, Brandon, before we get into talking about where or the reason that you've fallen so in love with Panama, because I just love your story, man. Your story is incredible. I know you love Boquete and you really enjoy coming to the Jazz Festival each year, but something down here, or someone, should I say, down here has really captured your heartstrings, and you know you're coming down a lot. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit more real quick about your background in music. Obviously, you know, you're from New Orleans and that's the type of music down there, but what are some of maybe the influencers, like other musicians that, you know, that you focused on that really inspired you to do the music that you do?
Well, I started off with blues, and that's what grabbed my attention and made me want to play guitar. But my grandfather is a Creole French from New Rose, Louisiana, who spoke mostly French. And he listened to Zydeco every day. So I grew up hearing it. And I could realize that that's blues, but played faster with accordion. So I've always been hearing that like it. But started off with the blues, and then when I was about 16, I got offered a gig on Bourbon Street, so I had to learn a bunch of top 40 rock music, which I was already kind of into when I was a little younger. So I learned all that stuff and played that for years. And then I was in a band after that, Troy Last, that plays R&B. So we traveled all over the world doing that, and pretty much everything, man. I like it all. When I was younger, I was a rock, shred, heavy metal type guy. But when I got a little older, I just went back to the blues because that's what I love the most, you know.
That's awesome.
Good to be able to play with him because it's blues orientated. But guys like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Santana, Eric Clapton, you know, those guys really influenced me big time. Peter Frampton was one of my heroes. Uh, you know, and then some country guys too, like Roy Clark and all that. So I phases where I learned different music, you know, blues to country to rock to stuff that you hear on the radio, new stuff nowadays, and just everything. So I mean, I've been in several types of bands all my life, and the blues is what I love the most, and I'm so glad that the Zydeco is based on that because I get to really do what I love playing with.
Of course.
Sure.
Of course. So tell me, obviously, I know you like Boquete, but tell me what keeps bringing you. Let's break into this story because it's a good story, and let's talk about why we keep seeing you down here in Panama, even when you're not playing music.
Okay, so a couple years ago when we were at the fest, we were on stage and playing, and there was a crowd dancing, and I saw this girl out there. I just couldn't take my eyes off of her because she was so beautiful. And but after the show, I couldn't find her. She had already left, so we never connected. And time passed. A couple years later, I made a post on Facebook, and somehow it went to her page, and she liked it. And when I got that notification, I clicked on her name to check out to see who it was. And right away, I knew who it was. I said, oh my God, that's the girl from that night, which that never happens to me because we travel all over the world and we play like 200 shows a year. And, something like that has never happened to me. People are always trying to talk to you and this and that, but I just never had that urge. But when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, I really would like to meet her, and it didn't happen because she left already that night. But like I said, 2 years later, somehow on Facebook, we connected and I sent her a message, and right away she remembered me too, So she was like, yeah, for sure I remember you, because we were looking at each other.
And you guys are like the greatest band in the world. So, I mean, come on.
So yeah, we connected, and the story is great because 2 years goes by, and I thought about her every now and then, and like, oh my God, I wish I could have, met her and got her information or whatever. But so we started talking and kind of had a nice connection, and eventually we got together, and now she's my fiance. We're gonna be together forever. Uh, I love her so much. She has two little girls that I love so much. And yeah, I mean, we have a house there now in Chame, a nice little house, really nice house on a big lot. It's beautiful on the mountainside. So I actually just got back from there. I spent Christmas and New Year's there with her and her family, and it was the time of my life. We really had a great time, and I've never met anybody like her in my whole life. So I'm so happy that music brought me the opportunity to meet her, because if it weren't for music, I wouldn't be traveling and I would have never met her, you know? I mean, I loved Panama to begin with, but meeting somebody like her, the love of my life, uh, merely makes me want to go back there as much as I can, you know? So we got a house, and we'll have that house forever, because even when she comes here, we always want to be able to go back there. You know, it's close to her family, and who knows, you know, we may live there someday. Uh, it's a really nice place, beautiful park. It's about 5 minutes from Coronado, so there's everything that you need
Yeah,
there.
dude, and it's a beautiful area, and you got movie theaters in English there. Obviously, you got the beautiful beach. You got 365 days of summer climate temperatures, and there's just a lot to do. You know, you can get out with nature. You can really, and I'm married to Panamanian myself, so I get it. You know, you don't got to explain it to me. And you know, just the family values that they have down here, and being able to just, you know, back like when we were youngsters, riding our bikes at 5 or 7 down the road. You know, it's like kind of the same vibe here in Panama. You know, obviously you've fallen in love.
Family right here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's them.
So
Yeah, it's nice, man. When I was there, I loved the atmosphere. I loved the vibe. Uh, I didn't want to leave to come back, but I have work to do here with Dwayne, and also I'm partners with another guy. We own an auto business, so I'm real involved with that. So I had to come back, but I'm coming back there February 18th, and I'll be there for about a week. Uh, so yeah, I mean it. Like I said, man, I didn't want to leave. I had such a great time. Weather beautiful, uh, and the housing is cheap. You know, you can find a really nice house out there for a good price. So anybody looking to come down, actually, she does that. Veronica, she's in the real estate stuff. So anybody looking for anything, she can help out with that. You know.
awesome, awesome. So talk to us a little bit. Obviously, falling in love, that's a good enough reason to go anywhere. But
Yeah.
tell me about some of your favorite parts about Panama that maybe are similar to back home in New Orleans, and some things that you find different that are a lot more attractive to you being down here.
Well, the weather, it doesn't get cold, and like right now here, it's really cold. So as soon as I got back, I was like, oh my God, I just wish I could stay there, you know? But that's one thing. The weather is just superb throughout the whole year. Um, Beautiful. But also the people and their auras. Like everybody's so friendly and welcoming, and they make you feel great even when things aren't crazy. Like it doesn't have to be a big event or anything. Just every day, the way people accept you, and the personalities of everyone there. Everybody's happy, you know, and it's great, man. I mean, we love being so close to the beach, which we wanted to go down when I was there, but we couldn't because of some of the restrictions. But all that'll be over with soon. Everything will be back to normal. Uh, and of course, you've got beautiful Coronado right down the road, uh, which is great. You know, one thing I can say is the food is amazing over there. The freshness of it, uh, even if it might be a little different to what most of us Americans are used to, it's really good. Everything that we have eaten or have bought there, food wise, is just awesome. Uh, I love it. I really
Yeah,
love
you know, I never thought I would eat a fish with its head on it, but a fried pargo is like my favorite thing. Even the tail, you know, it's like a potato chip. It's like one of my favorite meals here.
it. Yeah, it's all the stuff there is really good. I mean, we had gotten some shrimp, which they call langoustines, the really big ones. And we're down here, we call those Gulf shrimp. But she made some pasta with that, and it was out of this world. You know, it's hard to find that kind of stuff here. You know, so that and just the vibe and the atmosphere of the people in general. You know, uh, it's easy to get anywhere. It's the driving rules are just like here. They're on the right side. It's not like over in the UK, but everything is nice. You know, it doesn't take much getting used to because it's just so nice. You know.
Yeah, well, and I guess it helps when you're madly in love when you come down. So
That too, and that's part of it. You know, like she's such a great person, and coming down, I just look forward to it every time. And when it's time to leave, I really, it's a little saddening, but you know, work's got to happen. But I look forward to we're gonna keep that house and be able to go there whenever we want. And I look forward to one day living there full time. It's just I love it so much, you know.
of course, of course. Now, quickly, I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. You've been around the world. You know, I call myself a world traveler, but I'm nowhere near where you've been. Talk to me. I know you like the energy of the people here, and I'm the same way. You know, like I'm a fun loving spirit, and I love having a good time. And you know, this culture down here, they're so, like you said, they're so welcoming. They're such a beautiful culture. Panamanians are just amazing human beings. And but tell me, like, you know, is there anywhere in the world where you've seen similar comparisons throughout your travels?
Yeah, I mean, when we went to Armenia, the people are pretty similar with the how welcoming they are, and I loved it there. Also, Lithuania, they have really nice people and really nice scenery, you know, with the mountains. Switzerland, but I will say that nowhere that I've traveled, I mean, I've been to China, all over Europe, Australia, Canada, other places in South America like Brazil, which Brazil is really nice. The people there are really nice, but I've never been to a place that attracted me as much as Panama. It's just something about it, you know. Even on my drive from there back to the airport, I was just looking at the mountains and everything, and just in a bliss, you know, because it's just you feel that feeling of bliss and utopia, you know. It's just so nice, you know. All the people that I encountered there, even some Americans, really nice. Any questions you have, you know, if you need some help with something, people are eager to help you out. Um, Her family, for one, they were all great, you know, and just in general, Panama. Out of all the places that I've traveled, I love Panama the most, and I say that sincerely because I've traveled a lot of places, and we've been able to. Sometimes when we go to a country, we have a few days between each show, and we get to you know drive around or whatever to see things like a tourist almost. But and we do a lot of that. But when we were in Panama, we did some of that too in Buquete and David and Panama City, and now Chame. Uh, I can't say that I've been to a different place that I liked more. Panama to me is just the nicest place in the world. Um, it's beautiful. The people are great. Uh, they have great parties.
Yeah, you better not forget the parties.
They say that the women are beautiful if that's what you're looking for, but uh, I've never met a more beautiful woman than Veronica. And not only is she beautiful, she is amazing. Her personality, her aura, the way she thinks, we connect on so many levels. Um, she's a great mom. and just in general, a great person that I will hold on to forever.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, that's kind of, and that's just like, that's like the basic norm with the Panamanian people. Like, I'm with you, you know, like everywhere I go in this country, and I'm blessed, you know, to be able to travel around Panama with the newspaper and the magazine. And it's just incredible. Like you said, like not only the Panamanian people, but the type of gringo, the type of expat that's moving here from the US or from Canada or from Europe or anywhere else in the world. We're all like-minded, and everybody wants to help everyone, and it's so nice to have that refreshingness.
Everybody's open-minded. You know, I was down there hanging out with a friend of mine that lives there, Jackson. You know Jackson. And we just had a great time. We ate lunch outside. You know, you don't even want to be inside. It's so beautiful outside, you know. Great people. I have a few more friends that live over there, but they couldn't come down because of the restrictions. My friend John Wolf, he was going to come by. I was going to go there, but the restrictions kept that from happening.
We should give a shout out to Mr. John Wolf. You know, John Wolf is the one that puts on the Boquete Jazz and Blues Festival each year in Boquete. And man, he's a hard worker and makes it happen. Brings awesome artists like this to our little country.
He's an amazing guy. And he has a house on the mountain over there, not too far from Chame, where I was. And yeah, him and his wife, they're great people. They're the reasons, pretty much, if it wasn't for him, I would have never met the love of my life. So I could never be more thankful for him and all of my other friends that I have there. All of, like you said, all of the expats, the gringos that come there are all very open-minded and cultured, you know. So it's a great place, man. I can't say anything bad about it, really. It's a great place, and I definitely am going to live in Panama at some point. Right now, I've got some things going here, probably the next couple years, but eventually we'll move back there. You know, maybe 10 years or something, because I just got so much going on here, you know. But she's gonna move here. Right now, we're working on the process with the passports for her kids. But when that's done, she's gonna move here. But we're gonna keep our house there, and that way, when we're ready to move there, we already have it. You know.
Plus, you know, I know you guys like to come down here quite a bit. You're in and out of this country a lot.
That too. We want to be able to come down there a few times a year or more, at least a few, and you know, have a place that we can go, a beautiful place that's right on the mountain. Man, you gotta, when I come back, you gotta try to come over, because dude, it's a very nice vibe. We were gonna get together when I was there, but if you remember the sanitary fences, we couldn't get to do that. But
You know, it's crazy all over the world right now. You know, one of the things that makes Panama so great is the social aspect. Everyone, they like to find, oh my gosh, today ends in Y. Let's celebrate, you know? And so there's always celebrations going on in Panama. Everyone's always having a good time. That's not always the best during a pandemic. Obviously, we want to just try to slow the spread. But the Panamanian people and the expats live here. Everybody likes having a good time. It's a super social place. And again, you know, yeah, I look forward to hanging out. I definitely look forward to seeing you guys at the Jazz and Blues Festival again. And
John, and he said he's trying to make it happen. So I guess we'll see, man. He's got a plan, though. I will tell you, he's got a plan. And hopefully this year it'll happen, man. If not, it'll be the next year for sure. But no matter what happens, he's going to keep that thing going. And it's a beautiful festival. Anybody that goes to Panama during that time of year should try to go out, because you'll have the time of your life, you know. The music is so different, and like you have so many different types of music that's at that festival. It's just great, you know.
yeah, I agree. And you know, I've been to a lot of festivals. Probably you've been to a lot more, but I've seen a lot of festivals in the U.S. and nothing compares to listening to music on the hills of Baru Mountain. You know, and if you guys have never heard of Boquete, Boquete is on the western side of Panama. It's very near the Costa Rican border, and it's a little valley inside of the crater. Basically, it's the sides of, and there's a couple mountains there, but the main one is Volcan Baru. And Volcan Baru is one of the only places in the world that you can be at the top of and see both the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean from one point. So I mean, how special is that? I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, we went to the top so I could see both. It was amazing.
Oh, you did that, man. Actually, I've done it as well. And I can't, it's like you said, it's amazing. It's out of this world. You just can't even explain the experience.
Boquete has its own weather. It has its own little climate compared to everything else around. And it's a little cooler up there than the rest of Panama. It's really nice in Boquete, I must say. Veronica's dad is born and raised in Boquete. He's from there. So
very cool. Very cool. Well, my brother, I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot of music going on. But again, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story because, again, it's just awesome. I love to see it. I'm not the only crazy gringo that comes down and falls in love with a Panamanian girl. But, you know, that's what happens down here in beautiful Panama. Whether you're coming down as a couple with your kids, you know, this is a great place to raise children. This is amazing medical services. We use the U.S. dollar. And again, as we've been talking about today on the show, it's just a very fun-loving and helpful community. Everyone that comes down just falls in love with this place. So, Brandon, I really appreciate you coming on, and I look forward to seeing you next time you're here in Panama.
For sure. I'll be there February 18th. I'll hit you up. We'll try to make it happen, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
Of course. I appreciate it. Now, guys, we are going to be having Mr. Michael Vuytowecz, Inside Panama Real Estate, coming up next. But we're going to take a quick 30-second, or maybe it's a 45-second break to watch a cool little video about the free ebook. It's featuring Boquete, Panama. So, again, the Jazz and Blues Festival is over in Boquete, Panama. So we're going to watch a quick film about Boquete, Panama, and we'll be back with Mr. Michael Vuytowecz. Again, Brandon, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
Thank you too, man. See you soon.
All right, guys. Again, Mr. Michael Vuytowecz from Inside Panama Real Estate. We want to say real quickly before we talk to Mike, thank you so much for sponsoring this show. It's quite the honor. Remember, guys, get that free relocation ebook from Inside Panama Real Estate. Super easy to do. All you got to do is email free ebook at ipreinfo.com. Now, guys, let's welcome Mr. Michael Vuytowecz. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great, Austin. Thanks for having me again. How are you doing today?
You know, I had a little swim in the pool today across the street. I don't know if I should be talking about that. But, you know, we're having good times here in beautiful Albrook, Panama this weekend with the family. Now, typically we bring you on the show because you are a sponsor and we're talking about different listings, which we are going to talk about today, guys. We do have some big news about that really awesome Coronado special that we've been talking about for a few weeks now. But first, before we get into that and we show that video again and talk about a new swim up unit that just became available, I want to ask Mike just a couple questions, you know, like let's get to know the guy with the master plan. So Mike, talk to me. What initially brought you to Panama? What was your attraction, and what sparked your interest on this country?
Well, I had already spent some time online looking for emerging markets outside of the U.S., something different, and I'd been looking for a while. Most of the places that I was looking at, my wife wasn't even remotely interested in. They were pretty far away, and crazy languages to learn, and currency, and different diets, and she wasn't having any of it. But when I got down the list and found Panama, I found it to be pretty palatable for a North American palate. So eventually I convinced her to come have a look, and one thing led to the next, and now it's been 14 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it going on like 15 years now? Guess she had a liking to this little part of the world here. Now, you came down to Panama, you're checking out, you've been here 14 years, so you've seen everything inside and out. Talk to me, if there's people out there that are like, like things are going crazy in the U.S., I want to have a backup plan, or maybe I just want to change up life a little bit. I see a lot of people too that are not far right or they're not far left, but they're the in-betweeners that don't really care who the president is. But I definitely don't want cars lit on fire outside my house, and I'm just tired of all the hate and the anger. There's just so much hate and anger. There's just so much divide in the United States right now. What are some of the things that you love so much about living here and that you could share with other people that might be looking at Panama?
Well, right now, really, what you just said is pretty high up there. I hadn't really considered it before, but now, watching the political circus for the last few years, it's definitely more appealing to me to be here. Not, though I'm concerned. I have children, I have grandchildren, and my parents, my dad's still there. But I think that the fact that I don't have to worry about any of that here. I watch it from afar, but I'm pretty disconnected from it. And even with COVID and being locked down right now here in Coronado, it's inconvenient for sure. I'd like to be able to be out running around and working, but it's like you say, it's paradise. It really is. It's 85 degrees every day, and it's sunny and blue skies. And I'm in the pool every day or playing golf when the golf course is open. Even lockdown's not so bad. So from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's really surging. The cases are surging in the States. So to me, that doesn't.
Surging in the States, you got the UK's going on massive lockdown.
It's not appealing to me. I actually feel pretty comfortable right here.
I get to live in, even like I said, during lockdown, I was just thinking right before the show, it's like, I was going to put a shirt on. It's like, I love being able, to go outside, kick the soccer ball around the park with my son, no shirt on, getting a little sun. And it's January,
Yeah.
Where I'm from, you ain't doing that this time of the year. And to have that capabilities, it's a beautiful thing. Well, I know a lot of people out there have been interested in showing a lot of interest, especially through the show, on these new Coronado units. Now, I want to play a quick film, a quick listing to show people that maybe haven't seen the show before, just a little reminder. But then when we come back here in a couple minutes, after we play this video, Mike's going to run down what makes this project or this deal so special. I mean, really, you can come down and live here and get a piece of paradise for next to nothing. So let's watch this quick film, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes, guys. right. So that was pretty awesome. I mean, the place is beautiful. The place is gorgeous. Obviously, the whole golf experience. You got the beach club, you got the clubhouse, beautiful golf course, and you got tennis there. But let's talk about the price here, Mike. Let's talk about what's included in when you go and purchase one of these units. You got the swim up units. You got a couple different options. Where do they start at, and what's the price range, and how can people get like the owner financing and avoid all that banking craziness down here? Talk to us about the details.
Okay, well, as you know, last week we had one swim up unit left, and we sold it to somebody that was watching the show. So I thought we had none left. However, this week the developer contacted me, and there is one more available. The seller it's kind of a good news, bad news. The good news is there's another one available. But the bad news is the seller is 85 years old, so financing's not in his future. So it's a cash deal. You can buy this unit for $80,000 cash, which is still phenomenal. As I did the math. I bought two of them. I love the deal. So if you paid cash for it and there's no mortgage, your monthly overhead for this unit would be $50 monthly for the maintenance fee. The electricity would be $90 a month. The golf membership is $150 a month, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And the taxes are $29. So the total overhead for this unit would be $319 a month, period. And
so you sell your $400,000 house,
right?
You come down to Panama, you spend 80 grand, and you're spending under 400 a month on all of your utilities and your HOA and your maintenance and everything, your membership.
Yes and no. It's really more of an investment. I don't think you'd want to live in it for an extended period of time. It's really a hotel room, right? It's 600 square feet. But it's a brilliant investment because you can rent that unit for $1,300 a month, and the renter gets the use of your membership, your country club membership. So, or if you came down and used it, the snowbirds will love it. The people coming during the cold months in the States and Canada, if you come down here for 3 months and pay $1,300 a month, and you get to play golf every single day with no green fees, and you have access to the restaurant and the club, the spa, the gym.
So you're basically playing golf, and then you're getting a free apartment.
You're a full member of the country club, and it's all included. To me, it's just, when I look at buying some of these condos for $230,000, $240,000, they rent for the same $1,300 a month, but the renter has to pay an additional $300 to get the country club membership for their stay while they're renting. This comes with it. So to me, to have a $319 a month overhead and be able to rent it for $1,300 to tenants who can play unlimited golf or tennis or have all the amenities of the club.
Use the beach club, the pools.
It's a great deal for the renter, and it's a great deal for me, the owner. I think it's just a really great investment. I'm super excited about it. And that's for the swim up. They do have other units that you saw in the video. There's actually two models. One is what they call a garden unit, which overlooks the social area that you saw there in the video, the pool and the bar. And, the garden units overlook that. They're very nice. It's the exact same floor plan, exact same room, exact same prices, and they do have financing. So you could buy a unit there for cash for $80,000. Or you could do the $90,000 with $30,000 down, and they'll finance it for 30 years at 3% interest. It's an insanely good deal. So that's the garden unit, and then they have another unit that they call a Royal. The Royal is the one that you saw that had the spiral staircase.
Okay.
So they have it has another bedroom, like a loft bedroom upstairs. So you're buying a unit with 2 bedrooms in it. Those are $180,000 because it's 2 bedrooms. same thing. They'll finance it 30 years, 3% interest. So
Awesome.
I'm
Well,
super,
man, yeah, it sounds like a great deal. So anybody watching this, you want more information, email free ebook at ipreinfo.com. You're going to get that free ebook. Of course, it's updated with all the new awesome elements happening in Panama. Plus, you can get more information on that listing and find out more information. Again, I wanted to talk to Mike today, you know, not so much about listings and real estate, but more about him. You know, you want to reach out to him and get his knowledge. So again, if you email free ebook at ipreinfo.com, you're going to be able to tap in with Mike and just kind of get an understanding of his 14 years of experience here in Panama, being in the real estate industry. Again, if you're looking to come down to Panama, you have no idea about Panama, which a lot of people, you know, they're scrambling up in the U.S. saying, hey, you know, I see so many people leaving California. I don't even know who's buying their houses, but a lot of people are leaving California and they're going to Tennessee. They're going to Texas. They're going all these places. Now we've seen a huge shift this week where people are just reaching out like crazy from either watching the show or seeing other elements that we put on Facebook and through LinkedIn and other social medias. And there's a ton of interest, and for good reason. I get it. You know, I love the feeling I get sitting here in Panama at ease, you know, not worrying about the drama up north. So if you want more information about Do Panama relocation program and or that free 23 question, where should I live? You know, because again, there's so many different areas. It's a small, teeny country, but there's so much diversity in the weather patterns and different elements of communities that are going to be better for some people in different areas. So to get information on that, you can email me, austin@dopanama.com. Again, austin@dopanama.com. Mike, thank you for coming on the show today. I hope you're having
the pleasure was mine.
I hope you're having a beautiful weekend and a successful and beautiful week ahead. We'll be seeing you guys here again next Sunday, 3 p.m. Make sure to set your calendar. And again, if you like this show, I really appreciate your support. Please share it. Share it in Messenger. Share it on your timeline. Anything helps. It really means the world to me. Again, I just like helping people connect dots here in beautiful Panama. So, guys, until next Sunday, ciao.
Ciao. Thanks.